they take something that is so obvious and they start talking about it as if it is something you don't know. For example, they say, what is consciousness? What is consciousness? What do you mean, what is consciousness? Something, all of us know what consciousness is. Subhanallah. You know what? There's something called nihilism. In the German language, in Deutsch, they say Nihilismus. And the father of this nihilism, and deconstructionism, by the way, and all of this, someone called, a philosopher called Friedrich Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche. And when you listen to what he's talking about, beyond good and evil, what is right and what is wrong, and how do we go beyond what is right and what is wrong? And how can we define what is right and what is wrong? And what is good and what is bad? What is good and what is evil? And how can we go beyond and transcend good and evil? And he indulges in this, and he has the idea of a poet and a prophet and so on, the idea of a prophet and so on and so forth. But by the end of the day, what did Friedrich Nietzsche do? Committed suicide. That's what he did in the end. What did we benefit from him? That we're asking, skepticism basically, nihilism, destroying any type of meaning. Any type of meaning. It is like nowadays they put a picture of 6 in English, and they make one guy stand on top and the other one at the bottom. And they say, from his perspective it is 6, and from the perspective of the other guy, it is 9. So it is based on the context. You say no. And some people have even sent this as a message. They say, look, there is going to be a sign. There is a context that will show you this is a 6 or a 9. Absolutely so. Absolutely so. So these people are indulging in what is right and what is wrong, and what is beyond right and wrong. What I'm saying is that there are things which are what? Which are obviously wrong. Things which are very obviously to be, something is good, something is evil, something is wrong, something is... And they themselves will pontificate. They will talk about things like these. And they will start making judgments as well. But then they will say, well, what is judgment? And that which we accept in our rationality. Well, what is rationality? What is acceptance? They are the mental faculties at which we can discern from so and so. Like, what are our mental faculties? And so until the point that some of them started saying, how do I know I exist? How do I know? And some of them said, Descartes, for example, said, I think, therefore I am. And some Muslims, they followed them. So in the end, what he concluded is that because he thinks, then he exists. What is this nonsense, ya ikhwa? You're wasting a lifetime and committing suicide in the end. And you still haven't answered these questions. And you're just asking questions and making people doubt. And people, because some people, when they understand something, they think it's rational. It's irrational. Not just because you understood something, it has to be right. Not because you have read a book, then it is, everything in this book has to be right. You understand? Barakallahu feekum.